Welcome to this 20-minute wall practice for Yin Yoga. So have your mat lengthways against a wall or even a doorway works. Sit down on one hip, and as you come down to the shoulder on the same side, roll the legs up the wall. And just notice how that feels as you release the lower back into the floor. If you need to come away from the wall a little bit, feel free to do so. Otherwise, turn the palms out to the side and just enjoy being inverted. It's not our usual position in our day, so just notice any sensations that may arise for you being in this way, allowing the blood to move down to the heart and into the brain. And as always, checking in with the feeling of your breathing in your body. Allow the abdomen to be very, very soft, and you perhaps notice that the chest barely moves. And as you have the support of the wall and the floor, moving the body into a state of less activity, you'll notice that the breath will actually slow down as well. So this is a wonderful passive stretch for the hamstrings and the whole superficial back line of the body, from the heels all the way up into the back of the neck. So feel the back of the arms and the shoulders sinking down. And notice how effortless it is to let your legs be supported by the wall. And we will return to this position, Viparita Karani. But for now, bring the soles of the feet together and find this inverted and supported butterfly pose. So you may like to hold on to the ankles or even support the inner knees. You'll notice that as we hold here for time, you won't need to do anything, but through the period of time, through these long holds, and with the support of the earth, the wall, and gravity, you will find so much more space within the body. So just as you are noticing the feeling of the breath moving in the belly, become aware of any particular sensations within your body that feel a little stronger. And imagine that you could breathe into this particular part of your body, this particular area of your body. And each breath is encouraging this part of the body to relax, to let go of any firm holding. Switching off all of the muscles around. Finding ways to be softer within the skin. Skin as soft as that breath moving in and out through the nostrils. You may notice the lower back is beginning to release all the holding that was once there, so that the lower back, all on its own, merges into the earth just a little more. And go on and bring those knees towards each other as you slide the legs back up the wall. And so valuable to notice the sensations that you experience through the legs. Maybe a warmth or a tingling under the skin as you feel the body releasing, breathing, receiving. Go on and bend the right leg now and place the right ankle on the left leg. So that will be either below or beneath the knee. So you might be down on the thigh, and you can relax the toes on both feet here. Just notice how that feels for you through the right side as you begin to relax the inner and outer right thigh. Switching off the glutes. And that may be where you'd like to spend a bit more time. Otherwise, you can begin to bend that left leg and start to create a little figure 4 shape here with the legs. So you might be on the heel of the left foot. Some people bring the whole sole of the left foot onto the wall. And you may have noticed that the hips have lifted. There's a curling now through the lower back. And if that feels good to you, then please stay there. But if you do feel that the lower back needs to lengthen out, just move the hips away from the wall a bit more. Just lift the torso and lengthen it down to the other end of your mat. Otherwise, I encourage you just to take, to begin with, some longer breaths. And particularly longer out breaths. So that you could even extend the exhale twice as long as the inhale. And this practice of yin, of course, requires patience and a willingness to be present. So allow yourself to enjoy all of the sounds that you may hear around you, and even further in the distance, while at the same time enjoying this knowing that nothing can take away this feeling of joy that being present gives you, unless you allow it to. So passing thoughts and ideas, they just move through your awareness in a very flowy state. And you don't need to give any more attention, more energy. It's all just happening around you, life. But for this time, you're stepping back and embodying stillness both in the body and the mind. if you have bent the left leg quite a lot, you can release that into more of a straight position, just sliding the heel back up the wall before releasing the right leg. And now both legs rest against the wall beside each other, just at a comfortable distance, about hip width apart is the most natural position. Now as we move to the second side, you're bending the left leg and placing the ankle onto the right leg, ideally down on the thigh, but for some people it's on the shin. Just be mindful of the knee. Let the toes move gently for a moment and feel all of the air in and around the toes. And let this signify to both legs, the entire body, to now switch off as much effort as possible. All around the left knee and the thigh. Feel the buttocks relaxing, the lower back merging into the support of the earth. And if it's appropriate for you on this side, you can bend the left leg. And as we hold the pose for some time, there's plenty of time to dive in deeper if that's where you're going. Just start in small movements, and each time you make an adjustment to the body, just notice how that feels for you, and in particular, the quality of the breath. It's always going to give you those signals, those messages from the body deep within. So on this side, you may be on the heel of the right foot, or perhaps the sole of the right foot. What was appropriate on the first side may not be what your body's needing on this side. This practice encourages us to slow down, so move in a leisurely pace and know that you have time to make these choices for your body. You may be aware of how heavy your head and shoulders now feel. And spend a bit of time exploring through the body and identifying those parts of the body that feel really good right now. A particular part of the body or multiple areas of the body that are just feeling really good right now. And imagine at that particular part of the body, you've pulled a plug and you're allowing that good feeling to move out into the whole of your body. That good feeling to move out into the whole of your body. Every breath carries this new energy, this new prana under the skin. You'll no doubt feel this energy as you begin to release the right leg up the wall, followed by the left leg. Enjoy the feeling of being secure and held by the earth, by the wall support. Let yourself go. Relax the body. Relax the body, breath by breath. Keeping those legs long, and you may like to support the outer thighs. Begin to separate the feet and slide the heels against the wall, coming into a wide leg inverted V shape. Rest the backs of the legs wherever it touches against the wall. Feel the breath pulsating through the inner thighs. Soften the front and the back of the thighs. All around the knees. Down into the calves and through the ankles. Feeling the toes soft and light. These last two breaths now, extend them all the way through these lines of energy from the center, through the legs, out to the fingertips, to the crown of the head, whole body full. And you may like to support the legs as you guide them back up the wall, but again, they're connected to the wall and they're supported, so you're just helping guide them. They can rest here on the heels. Notice the temperature on your skin. A light touch of air as you breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And as you count these last 5 breaths, counting the exhales down from 5 to 1, prepare to leave all concerns, all worries in your life here on your mat. And of course, if you're able, you could stay here a little longer. it's time for you to transition out of your practice. You can begin to bend the knees and slide the feet down the wall. Just pause here with the knees in towards the chest. And rolling over to your preferred side so the feet might walk down the wall. So the knees come down towards the floor. Both arms on that same side with the knees. And then using that top hand, you could press into the floor for the support to bring you all the way up. And you may like to spend a few minutes sitting with that continual support of the wall and the floor behind you, beneath you. A moment in gratitude for this practice and gratitude for your own knowledge and commitment to your practice, to yourself. Namaste.